And are you refreshed? Yes. Good. Now what?
Hi.
We are.
Yes, we are. So, that was cool. 17 seconds, that works. Yep, I'm sitting here right now. My question is that I'm a chiropractic student right now, so I'm getting ready to enter in healthcare in like about a year or so. And I've been listening to Abraham for like 6 years, 7 years now. And part of me goes like, you know, if everybody knows what they're doing, what I'm going into, they really don't need me. And so my question is like, where do like healthcare providers, like, where are we most optimally set? Like, what should we be doing?
Well, we think that the profession in and of itself speaks to what we're talking about all the time, which is alignment, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you will notice as you are moving forward in your career that there will be those who are easier to bring into alignment than others. We notice, and we know this is a room full of teachers who notice it too, that people are at different places at different times, and it's always nice to be able to give someone a hand into an improved vibration or into improved momentum. And since everyone is always evolving, then we would like to say a bit contrary to what you just said, because you said if everybody gets tuned in, then there won't be any reason for what I do and so forth. And you could say that if you all got into alignment, there would be no reason for anyone to ever come forth into physical form again either. Yeah. Except that it's not about getting anything done. It's about just continuing to enjoy the journey. So when you find something that makes your heart sing, there's a reason that it does. Esther, in the early days of interacting with us, would hear as people began gathering and offering questions and commenting on their own experiences, she began to realize that there were teachers who were teaching differently from Abraham. There were teachers that were approaching many of the subjects that we talk about in different ways. And Esther felt annoyance at that as she began to hear difference. And she said to us, why don't you guys get your story straight? Seems like if you're non-physical and you're teaching, that if you were all teaching the same thing, that it would be easier for us to all line up. And we said that is coming from a flawed premise that says that the result is for you to all end up in the same place. And that isn't the diversity is what makes for the expansion of the universe. And so there's no right or wrong approach to anything. There are lots of approaches. And as we said to you earlier today, that we've written many books, and within those books are many, many processes. And all of those processes were presented as leading edge understanding for where a large subset of humanity was at the time that we were presenting them. And they are still applicable to the majority of the planet today. Just not this leading edge crowd. This leading edge crowd is reaching for now what to do, now what to do. You see what we're getting at? Mm-hmm. And so everyone's not going to be in the same place at the same time. And what you are about will always be viable and important. And what you are about will change. It will evolve. It is our promise to you. And so just begin. Get your feet in it. Feel the benefit that you offer to so many because of it. And then follow your impulses. And you'll have a wonderful time. And people will benefit by that which you are.
Awesome.
Yeah. Something more?
Yeah. Actually, I just got back from a mission trip down in the Dominican and Haiti. And this is, again, for chiropractic. And it was interesting. When we went down there, it didn't matter that we had any really ability to communicate language, but we would just come out and with our tables and people would just gather. And yet, sometimes there's a lot of friction here in the States, if you were to kind of do the same kind of thing. Is there any reason why there's so much more friction here about, like, getting well versus somewhere else?
Well, we think there you are seen as a bird, and here you are seen as a skunk. You have been unjustifiably demonized. And there you are seen as the beneficial flowers of well-being that you are.
Works for me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Enough?
Yeah. Thank you.
Very good.